Marcello was one of the guys key to making the Singularity Net project happen in the first place. When we did our initial token sale in 2017, he was leading PR for Singularity Net at that point. And as you know, he put through a lot of thinking into how could I degenerate even further from being a PR agent, and he figured DeFi, that's it. So he's now ended up as a DeFi guru running Singularity Net's first spin-off, which has been a highly successful one, Singularity DAO, using a mix of machine learning and machine reasoning and human expertise for trading using Singularity Net on the altcoin markets. Yeah. So I'll let Marcello talk a little bit about what SingDAO has been doing and what its plans are for the future. So
thank you so much, man. Thank you, everybody. So yeah, it was a really fun ride back in 2017 when I met Ben for the first time, and I decided to join this crazy ride that Singularity Net has been for the past 5 years. And as Ben said at the beginning, my job was basically taking care of the public relation and the public image of Ben and Sophia and carrying the robot around the world. And that alone has a lot of funny stories. And yeah, so after being with Singularity Net for about 5 years, about 1.5 years ago, together with Ben, we started to see the rise of decentralized finance. And we started to think how we could have applied the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and reinforcement learning of Singularity Net to the world of DeFi. There was clearly a space that was lacking of a lot of sophistication, was very basic, and has a number of intrinsic problems that we believe that AI could have solved. As opposed to what Ben said, I'm not a DeFi guru. I'm just the head of the zoo at Singularity DAO. And I'm basically helping to keeping together a bunch of geniuses that are currently working alongside me. Some of them comes from Singularity Net, some of them comes from our community, some of them have been hired from different sources. And since this 1.5 years, we grew Singularity DAO from being a company of 3 people working out of a bedroom in a hotel bedroom in Dubai to a 42 people company that we are now. So let's start with the presentation and what we are doing specifically at Singularity DAO. I'll try to be as brief as possible. I think, yeah, about 20 minutes should be enough. So the problems that we are solving, clearly retail lose big against the market. 90% of retail investors lose against the market, and the reason is that there is too much noise. It's too difficult for retail investors to understand what's going on. You know, I'm one of them. I don't have time to be on top of every single news, on top of every single project, and many times I lose alpha-generating opportunities, and that is obviously difficult. And DeFi is just too complicated as it is right now. There's a number of projects out there, liquidity aggregation, liquidity mining, staking farming pools, which might be simple for those that have some familiarity with crypto, but if someone doesn't have, then it becomes quite complicated, and less than 0.1% of the population have actually interacted with DeFi. So this kind of screws up the whole concept of democratization of finance and inclusiveness, right? Consequence, TradFi is of course not inclusive. I mean, DeFi is not inclusive enough, let alone traditional finance. What we do as Singularity DAO, and especially the use of artificial intelligence in financial market, has been around for the past 20 years or so, but it's only reserved to the top 1%. Having access to sophisticated financial tools requires A, accreditation, B, a large amount of money, and C, big connections in the industry. So how are we solving that as Singularity DAO? So the only connection that you need to join Singularity DAO is your internet connection. We are creating a non-custodial AI-driven digital asset management. So we're obviously part of the Singularity Net ecosystem. Ben is my co-founder at Singularity Net, together with my colleague and friend, Mario Casiraghi. the whole architecture of Singularity DAO is being conceived by Ben. And when we start talking about doing something in the DeFi space, Ben delivered the initial white paper of Singularity DAO in less than 48 hours. So this is the privilege of working with a mind like Ben. This picture particularly was taken in 2017 during our first presentation in Singapore, and it's been taken by me, actually. So this is a memory of good time. And we are part of the Singularity Net ecosystem, which account of all those projects that Ben has quickly gone through, including Rejuve, who's not here, Nunet, who's going to present tomorrow, I believe, right, Kabir, I think, and a bunch of others that are making the Singularity Net an extremely rich and vibrant ecosystem driven by artificial intelligence. So what is the mission of Singularity DAO? Our mission is to create crypto portfolio management tool, decentralized and on-chain, so meaning that not your keys, not your crypto. We don't take custodies of your money. So there's a bunch of asset management solutions out there, but none of them are actually using AI, and none of them are actually fully decentralized and non-custodial. So look at what happened to Celsius, right? Trusted by thousands and thousands of people, went burst. And the reason why it went burst, apart from their ill financials, there's also the reason that they had a single point of failure, which was their own centralization. Singularity DAO doesn't have that. So the core product of Singularity DAO are called Dynasets, which are tokenized vaults containing strategies. So the strategies that we have at the moment are trading strategies. Here we're looking at the Dyna BTC strategy, which is of course our Bitcoin strategy. So these strategies are actively managed currently by a team of human supported by data-driven strategies. So we have a team of quants analysts. So these people take in consideration a lot of elements, including AI-generated signals, coming from natural language processing and sentiment analysis that constantly scan the market, machine learning, prediction modeling, and we're experimenting also, thanks to Ben, with a reinforcement learning approach. So if you want to have a look at the results of our Bitcoin trading strategy, and we look at the last 3 months, so we trade on trading window. We launched in December 2020, and we had 2 trading windows. The second one outperformed Bitcoin by 59%. So meaning that if you had 1 Bitcoin in Dynaset in April 2022, by June 2022, you'd be withdrawing 1.6 Bitcoin. Same as our Ethereum strategy, performed even better by outperforming the underlying token, therefore Ethereum, by 112%. So if you had 1 Ethereum in April, by June, you'd be able to withdraw 2.2 Ethereum. And we have now launched derivative trading. So the strategies that I've mentioned, Bitcoin and Ethereum, can go only long and short for the nature of decentralized exchanges. We mostly trade on Uniswap using 1 inch. But DYDX, which we recently connected to, allow us to trade derivatives. So this means that we're going to be able to profit from downtrend markets and uptrend in a much better way. So we're going to be able to apply leverage and to short the market. So this is a big innovation for us. So who can use Singularity DAO? You and everybody. It's accessible by everybody. There is no barrier to entrance. There's no need to buy any other token. You just need to connect your MetaMask, and in 3 clicks, you're able to use Dynasets. And by coincidence, let's say, we are open now. So the way that Dynaset work, we have contribution windows for now and trading windows. So the contribution window is open now until the 25th of October. We haven't had a contribution window for the past 4 months because we wanted to we refactored out the app. We launched a new branding, new design, and everything. So we're being closed for business for the past 4 months. But we open now for 2 weeks. So all you have to do is to go on the Singularity DAO app, connect your MetaMask, and in 2 clicks, you're able to deposit into Dynaset. You don't have to lock your tokens. The trading window is for 3 months, but you're able to exit at any time. If you exit before 3 months, there is a small withdrawal fee. But other than that, you're able to do whatever you want with your crypto. Your keys, your crypto. This is how it looks like. If you go to our DApp, very easy. You choose Dynasets, Dynamic, or the Dynalab, which is the experimental DYDX set. Click on the strategy that you would like to use, and then you're able to deposit. And you get redirected to a dashboard that gives you all the indicators that you need to follow your crypto and your deposits. We also have a launchpad, and we offer staking contracts for our own token and some of the Singularity Net ecosystem tokens. And what comes next? So now that we achieved this big deliverable for us, which is the new refactor app and the new Dynaset, what are we going to work on? A governance. So we want to become a true DAO. So we want to give even more utility to this DAO token that can be staked to become a DAO participant. And DAO participant would also benefit by receiving a share of the performance fees of the Dynaset. So we operate with performance fees and management fees. A 1% management fees that goes directly to the company, and the 20% performance fees that goes to the asset manager and get redistributed to the DAO in the form of the DAO token. So anybody that staked this DAO token gets the APYs plus on top part of the performance fees of the Dynaset. Increased voting power. So we're going to have more and more governance participation from the community that is going to be able to create new proposals. And by staking this DAO token, you're going to be able to have an enhanced voting power token called VizDAO. And we want to become enterprise. We're building an enterprise model. So smart money management. So we're building a set of algorithmic tools that enterprises are going to be able to use for treasury management and capital allocation. So we're building a set of AI-driven indicator bots and algorithms to make the life of crypto portfolio managers easier. We're building superior analytics using on-chain data. Very few people are doing so. We are buying and scraping on-chain data. So we are buying on-chain data from the best suppliers in the market and scraping our own, because we believe that thanks to the technology provided by Singularity Net and created in-house by our own quants, we are able to build superior analytics. And we want to create a protocol that is going to make easier for any other project to use and integrate with Singularity DAO, meaning that they can use Dynaset LP token as a collateral in lending protocols. We are building DeFi oracles. We are building a protocol that is permissionless and anybody can use and can integrate with their DeFi project and in their DeFi ecosystem. And more. So clearly, given the market condition, there is a lot of demand in the market for delta-neutral strategies. We are building delta-neutral strategies by creating strategies for stablecoins, and by creating yield farming strategies, therefore passive income strategies. But why are we then presenting in a Cardano conference if all of this happens on Ethereum and Bitcoin? Singularity DAO on Cardano. So soon, in the next 2 weeks, we're going to launch on the Singularity DAO platform Cardano staking vaults, meaning that the native token of Singularity Net, so AGIX on ADA and NTX on ADA, will be able to be staked on the Singularity DAO platform. So the only place where you're going to be able to stake AGIX on Cardano and NTX on Cardano is going to be on the Singularity DAO platform. This will also open up the opportunity to launch this DAO token, which is currently an ERC20 token, on Cardano. So this is part of our roadmap for the next 3 months. So as soon as we launch the staking vaults on the Singularity DAO app for NTX and AGIX, Then we're going to start migrating part of our treasury into Cardano. And then eventually, what we've been dreaming for the past year or so is to have Dynasets on Cardano. So the same technology, the same strategies, the same tokenized vaults that I've been presenting will be available on Cardano. We are currently scoping the best opportunity for us to actually start building Dynasets on Cardano, which are an extremely complex set of smart contracts currently sitting on Ethereum. We currently see what is the best way to replicate Dynasets on Cardano. We're going to be applying for Catalyst funding, but we're also here to find financial support in order to launch Dynaset on Cardano. Dynaset that currently are collecting deposits, as I said earlier. In the first 3 days of deposit, we already collected 2.5 million in deposit, and over 600 users already have used Dynasets, and we have 10 more days to go. So in the first 2 days, we already almost doubled the AUM of the previous trading window. So we're going extremely well, and we believe that by the end of this deposit window, we're going to reach 5 million in deposits. So that's quite an interesting amount of capital that we can move to Cardano. And that's it. So that's me. I'm the CEO of Singularity DAO for the 2 People Company DAO, looking to decentralize. And thank you so much for your attention.